What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome to another Resplendent review, and this is going to be a comprehensive analysis and review of Resplendent NOWI and the best builds that you can run on her for different game modes like Aether raids, PvE and Arena. And if you do enjoy these consistent Resplendent reviews on the same day of the announcement, I would really appreciate if you could leave a like and subscribe, and with that said, let us begin. NOWI is a Gen 1 blue infantry dragon with Purifying Breath as her preferred weapon, and she actually has a pretty good weapon refine for a 3-star 4-star unit who's also a really popular merge project. So at first it might seem like this weapon refine is not really all that good because of the special penalty, and that's definitely the unfortunate part of her weapon refine, but honestly this weapon refine is pretty solid for her even in the modern times. So this weapon has got distant counter built into it, which frees up her slot A skill so she can run some really good slot A skills that can give her extra effects. And this weapon refine also gives her +4 to all of her stats and has got debuff neutralization. So debuff neutralization is a really powerful tool for any kind of tank because they want to stack up a lot of these stats, and debuffs are really common. So with the debuff neutralization she can perform really well as a tank, especially in game modes like Aether raids where debuffs are super common. So that makes her a really solid dragon tank. The extra stats that she gets is much appreciated because she uses all of her stats, and getting extra speed can definitely be pretty nice if you're running a speed stacking NOWI, and the extra resistance can be really amazing if you're trying to run Dragon Wall skill on her. NOWI can be a solid unit if you like to invest into her or if you're trying to finish your merge project, but building her up for low investment usage is not going to be giving you that much mileage. She's not the kind of unit who's going to be really helping you at +1 merge or unmerge. She requires the merges, the investment, the dragon flowers especially, to perform at her peak. Because as a tank she loves having the extra stats and she loves having the premium stuff like Dragon Wall. So NOWI definitely requires a lot of investment in general, like many of the Gen 1 units. NOWI can be a good unit with the versatility that she has got and the skills that she can run, but keep in mind that she's not going to be doing anything too extraordinary at the present moment. As I've mentioned before, NOWI is the kind of unit who really appreciates the merges and the dragon flowers, but if you want to use her on a budget in something like Arena Assault, then you can work with this kind of build. She can still provide you with some utility by baiting out the range units, and you can run Sturdy Stance 2 in her slot A and give her attack res farm. This can give her more attack and more bulk, and Quick Riposte can allow you to have the guaranteed follow-up attack. Unfortunately, Moonbow is going to be a 3-turn special because of the special penalty of her weapon. If you want to invest a bit more into her, then you can run Mirror Stance 3 from the Divine Code section, and this is a solid slot A option because it provides her with the guard effect and also provides her with some extra resistance. Steady Bread Dragon used to be a staple couple of years back, but honestly at this point, there's really no reason to run a bread skill in slot A when you can easily run it in the Sacred Seal slot. The reason being is that in slot A you can have the guard effect with these kinds of stand skills, and at the present moment there's no Sacred Seal that can provide you with the guard effect, so that's why you can run the bread skill in the Sacred Seal slot and simply run Mirror Stance 3 in slot A. So this can allow her to function as a pretty nice distant counter tank, but in my opinion, if you're trying to invest into NOWI with max investment with Dragon Flowers, then plus speed IV is definitely something that I prefer myself. Investing into NOWI speed can pretty much free up your slot B skill and Sacred Seal from running Quick Riposte, so you can run some other slot B options like Null Follow-Up and Dragon Wall, and in Sacred Seal you can run stuff like Mystic Boost which can give you healing, or just run a Sacred Seal that can give you more stats. Attack Speed Solo 4 with a solo Sacred Seal can give you a lot of speed, and that means that you can use Null Follow-Up in the slot B to check a lot of the units who have auto follow-up and follow-up negation. And slot C is definitely flexible. You can run a smoke skill, a joint drive skill, or a menace skill. It's really up to you. And in her special you can run a damaging special, but some kind of healing with soul is going to be helpful, at least in the PvE content. Now if you want to invest even more into her, then Dragon Wall is definitely one of the best slot B options for NOWI. Even though it might seem like her resistance isn't all that high on the surface level, keep in mind that with Purifying Breath she can get +4 resistance, and then you can run skills like Mirror Stance and Resistant Smoke, which can make it a lot easier to trigger the Dragon Wall skill and get the damage reduction. So the first build is for you if you do not really like stacking up speed on NOWI. I can definitely understand why some NOWI players do not want to stack up speed, because nowadays units are insanely fast, and even if you invest all of your resources into building up a speed NOWI, she's not going to be able to outspeed many of those new units. So if you're just trying to invest into attack, then this could be done, and resistance asset from Floret is definitely going to be helping you with a Dragon Wall build. and here Mirror Stance is pretty much gonna be a staple. You can also run her with a more expensive speedy build by using Swift Stance 3, and Attack Res Menace has got amazing synergy with Dragon Wall because it can basically create a 12-point stat differential between Nowi and her foe, so that makes it a lot easier to get the full effect of Dragon Wall and make her a lot bulky. So speed stat here also functions as a defensive stat in a way because she can prevent doubles from so many units and double without quick riposte. So she can just run a skill like speed resistance form and pretty much hit 59 speed with this kind of build unboosted. If you give her some more speed support, then she can get even faster. Nowi is definitely one of the better users of Duel Infantry 4 in Arena because as a free-to-play unit she can allow you to bait out ranged units, and that is not the case for most of the melee units that are available in the free-to-play pool. So this allows you to easily bait those units out, and you also have the adaptive damage, so that is super good. And you can just hit on their lower defensive stat. So null follow-up is going to be helping you a lot in Arena where a lot of units have many of the auto follow-up skills, and Panic Ploy is a pretty nice option for her slot C because her HP gets pretty high with the Weapon Refine, the Respledent stats, and the Duel skill. So this is something you can make use of because in Arena people are going to be running a lot of rally skills in general. So Panic Ploy support is always appreciated in Arena. Blue Flame is pretty much the only good special for her in Arena because she cannot run Ruptured Sky, and Aether is just too high of a cooldown special in my opinion. Now if you want to make her even more bulky for Arena usage, then Dragon Wall is an option. I've talked about Attack Res Menace as an option with Dragon Wall, but I think that Defense Res Menace definitely deserves a mention as well because it's one of those menace skills that we don't really see that often, but dragons are pretty much going to be one of the better users of this kind of menace skill because of their adaptive damage. And in Arena many times units are going to be having polarizing bulk, so Defense Res Menace can be really helpful against those kinds of units. And in general, this is going to be helping you trigger Dragon Wall a lot easily because of the resistance stat differential that it can create. And again, with this kind of build, you want to speed stack with plus speed IV and speed resistance form. And Nowi likes to have every single stat that you can get, so summoner support is definitely going to be much appreciated with this kind of bulky Arena build. If you want to use her in Aether Raid's offense, then she can still function as an Omni tank, but she will definitely need some investment. So Mirror Stance 3 is an option if you're not speed stacking your Nowi, and Dragon's Ire is going to be a better quick riposte, and this is going to be helping you in Aether Raids a lot because many times units are going to be having the impact effect, and this kind of Nowi can be used in the Astra season as well because with Ashera you can get the Null Panic, so you're protected from Panic, and then you're protected from the usual debuffs from her Weapon Refine. So she can only have any of her stats reduced that way, and that's a pretty good way of using her. So Dragon's Ire is going to be really helpful if you're not running a speedy Nowi. And Mystic Boost is going to be helpful for the constant healing. I think that bonus doubler is a pretty decent option for her slot A, especially with Ashera providing her with that Null Panic effect. Now obviously whenever you're going to be facing any kind of unit with dull alt skill or some kind of lull skill, it is going to be a bit annoying, but there's no other slot A skill that can give you +6 to all of her stats. So that's an option, and one downside of running bonus doubler is that you're going to be losing out on the guard effect that you can get from a stand skill. So that is one of the downfalls of running bonus doubler. You're pretty much giving up one of the best effects for a tank for more stats. It really depends on what kind of Nowi you want, and if you want to have a bonus doubler Nowi, then you can of course run someone like Mail Korin to give you even more stats and just have a lot of stats stacked up on her. Flame as usual is going to be a pretty nice option with Nowi if you're not running a Dragon Wall build because she can provide her with some damage reduction as you can run some other slot B skill like Dragon's Ire or Null Follow Up. So a speed invested Nowi of course likes to have Null Follow Up for Aether Raid's offense. Nowi can be used in any season, so if you want to run her in the light season, then a speed stacking build is a lot easier to run because of access to Peony. So that's an option with Kestrel Stance from the Divine Code section, and Null Follow-Up is definitely going to be helping you against the auto follow-up units like Ramimond, and she can get really fast with this kind of build. And finally, if you want to run her with Dragon Wall in Aether Raid's offense, then Light Season I think is a lot better because you can have access to Air and Dagger who can provide you with some extra resistance. And if you're running Dragon Wall in her slot B, then you can try to get the Null Follow-Up from Ledgering Byleth, which Nowi can certainly use with her high speed, or you can just stack up even more stats with someone like Mail Korin. So a good support unit can definitely make Nowi a lot better as a tank, and the best thing about using Nowi in Aether Raid's offense is that you never have to worry about soaking the shrine debuffs with your support unit. So that's why Flame can be a really good option with this kind of tank. And there are a lot of debuffs with the shrine structures, not with the attack speed menace. There's also Mirabilis with her whimsical dream. Many times people like to use the Rue skill or run Infantry school, so any of those things are not gonna be annoying Nowi whatsoever because of her weapon refine. And she can easily be used as an Omni tank with a good support unit. Now it's just that you have to invest a lot into her with the dragon flowers and stuff like that. So for the people who have been using Nowi since forever, you could probably try to modernize your build a bit more with the new premium skills and have her function a lot better. The guard effect can definitely help Nowi even though she can be really fast many times. The thing is that many units are going to be having the brave effect because of Katria ball teams, which are really popular right now. And if she's not running null follow-up, then she absolutely needs to have the guard skill so that she doesn't get attacked by units with 2-turn specials. And there are definitely going to be units that you have to watch out for, like Brave Alm has gotten really popular after his weapon refine on Aether Raid's defense, so he will do so much damage to Nowi that you definitely have to watch out for units like those. Brave Hector is a really popular blue tank, so many people do like to run green units to just try to check Brave Hector. So unfortunately Nowi is going to be a victim of those kinds of green units. Ledgering Violet being an example, because Sublime Heaven is going to be doing a lot more damage to Nowi. So she can work in Aether Raids, but you definitely have to watch out for those threats because she is a dragon at the end of the day. So that is my review. Make sure to share this video with your friends who are big Nowi fans or are thinking of building her up after this Resplendent version. And if you enjoyed, then make sure to leave a like and a comment. Helps me tremendously, and if you really enjoyed, you could always support me directly by using super thanks or by becoming a YouTube member. And for more Resplendent reviews, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell because YouTube sub boxes also have the special penalty just like Nowi's weapon refine. So that's it, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.